Breaking news. The High Court of Kano State recently granted an order restraining the newly sacked Emir of Kano, Bayero, and 4 others from parading themselves as monarchs in the state. My country people, it don't happen. Oh. This is getting interesting. Let's find out more as we hit the news. But if you're joining us for the first time, you're very much welcome. I sincerely appreciate your presence. Kindly subscribe and please don't forget to give us a thumbs up. Thank you. Now, we've seen how, there've been a lot of tensions in Kano, but then an ex parte motion was heard by the court today, Monday, which mandated all the dethroned emirs from acting in their official capacity and asked all of them to leave immediately. They should leave their palace. The court also compelled the Nigerian police force to take over the palace of the Emir of Kano, being presently occupied by Bayero, and ensure the former Emir was evicted promptly. And this court made this order today, Monday. And I can tell you that the Kano State Governor, Abba Kabir Yusuf, had earlier directed the Nigerian police force to arrest Aminu Ado Bayero. This directive was given in a statement on the governor's spokesperson issued on his behalf, where the governor had accused Ado Bayero of creating tensions in the state and attempting to forcefully return to the palace after his dethronement. Now, we've seen histories of several emirs of Kano being dethroned. Now, this seemed to be a political game. It's more like another Game of Thrones, because on Thursday, we saw how the governor of Kano State, Abba Yusuf, had reinstated Mohammed Sanusi as the Emir of Kano, whereby the Kano State House of Assembly then dissolved all the 4 newly created emirate councils in the state. This really created a lot of tensions in the state. But then, what can we say? So this is a very, big game, because we know that these guys are cousins. I mean, they were being born into the royal family before Ado came into power. Lamido Sanusi was, in power as the Emir of Kano, but he was disposed for showing insubordination to the authorities of Kano State. But then he was also a former governor of the Nigerian CBN, but we know he had a frosty relation with the then governor of Kano State, Ganduji. But then since 2022, when he was disposed, we've seen a lot of adjustments in Kano. Many of his supporters believed he was sacked for opposing Ganduji's re-election bid in 2019. I mean, in the 2019 gubernatorial election in Kano, there was no clear winner in the first round of voting. But Ganduji, the then candidate of the APC, won the runoff election against Abba Yusuf, who is now the incumbent governor, who was the candidate of the NNPP in the controversial circumstances. But now Sanusi has come back to take, the position of the Emir of Kano, but some people are saying no, this is not right, and they've involved the Nigerian police in this. Even the court has made a declaration. Now, people have been calling to President Bola Ahmed Tinubu to come into this matter to settle this issue, while others are saying no, the president should focus on his job and leave, this Game of Thrones to the people of Kano. They should settle these things themselves. So guys, what are your thoughts on this? However, Nigerians have reacted. This is how North have been using Nigeria since to play politics since independence. Now they finally joined the Kano Emirship, and Gandola is responsible for what is happening. This is the purest kind of strength. But what can we say? This is a great job. May peace reign forever in Kano State. History continues to repeat itself as far as Kano Palace is concerned. Okay, guys, politics have destroyed tradition. These are reactions from Nigerians. Now, this seems to be a political game, and it is really affecting, the people of Kano State, as brothers have been turned against each other. Sanusi isn't the only emir that has been disposed in Kano. In the history of Kano, there have been so many emirs, that have been disposed, that have been removed from their thrones due to one reason or the other. Now, Lamido Sanusi is coming back because the governor made an order. Now, following the ongoing tussle for the throne of emir in Kano, the Kano State High Court has ordered the State Commissioner of Police to take over the palace and to evacuate all the former emirs, to drive them out of the palace. One may be tempted to question the governor's motive behind his recent actions, because this has disrupted the peace and harmony in Kano State. That is the thing with our Nigerian politicians. Some of the desperate politicians, they are fond of creating tensions here and there. Now, this has brought about a lot of tension and controversy in Kano State. This development has plunged Kano State into chaos and anarchy. This would undermine the peace and the stability in the region. Most people in Kano are seeing this move by the governor as reckless, due to the fact that he made these tough decisions without due consultations. There were no consultations whatsoever. He just came and made a statement on Thursday, and boom, everywhere started shaking. So, my country people, what are your thoughts on this? People are calling out to the president to come into this matter, because at this point, if this chaos, if this crisis is not halted now, it can lead to another thing. So, to avoid further conflict, to avoid further tensions and the escalation of this, crisis in Kano, people are saying the president should intervene. Some are saying the president shouldn't intervene, because all this, crisis in Kano is as a result of the policy of and the decision of the governor. The immediate decision of the governor without due consultation. I mean, this thing ought to take a while before they can, let the other emirs know that this is the plan of the governor. This is what he intends on doing, than taking such rash decisions. And now look at Kano has been turned upside down. Guys, I'm dropping here. Kindly share your thoughts on this in the comment section. Thank you.